Once you have your seeds, crops, products, and customers input into SeedLeaf, you're now ready to start taking orders. Here we are on the Orders main page. By default, Orders will show your harvests for the next 7 days, and you can change that in the drop-down menu here. You can use the custom option if you want to look at orders in the past. You can see my orders are laid out here by date, and they show the customer, the harvest date, and the total order amount. Now let's go in and add an order. We're going to go up here and click Add. So we start by selecting a customer. Here let's choose Frank's Diner, and then we need to choose a harvest date. We're going to click on the calendar. We harvest on Fridays and Tuesdays, so I'm going to put this one at Friday the 18th. Now you have an option here of weekly recurring orders, bi-weekly recurring orders, which is every 2 weeks, or you can click Does Not Repeat if it's just a single time order. We're going to go with weekly orders here. By default, the end date will be the end of the calendar year, but if you know that an order is for a set period of time, you can change that here. Generally, we like to leave this. The rule of thumb here is better to grow a crop for an order you don't need than to be short crops for orders that you do need. Okay, now that we have this information in, we can start choosing our products. Let's see here. They want some of our sunny clamshells, the large, and they're going to take 2 of those. And it's as simple as that. Now if we go to the 18th, we're going to need to go a little bit ahead on that. So let's go right here to the 18th. And they are going to be, in this case, just on the next page. So there's our Frank's Diner order there. Click on that. We got our 2 large sunnies. There we go. Now we realize we made a mistake, so we can just simply add a product here. We needed some pea shoots. They also wanted large on those. Wow, much better price, and they're taking 2 of those. So when you update an order, you have the option of updating just the current order or this and the following orders. And so we want this to apply to all recurring orders. And there we go. So now all the orders there will be for the same order. Now, if I do go in, let's show this to the rest of the year. Oops. And let's go to an order on that 18th, so it's in the future. We'll go to Nuba, and we'll say, they have an event, so they asked for 4 speckled peas for this day. We're going to make that change and save it. And in this case, we are changing just this order. Now, when this happens, that order has now been removed from the recurring order cycle for Nuba within that series. So if we go back and change here on March 8th, you can see it's a different amount. And if we go and change this to say 10 to this and following orders, it's going to change everything within that recurring order except for that order on March 18th, because it has now been removed from that custom order series because you have changed, or that recurring order series because you have changed it. So you can see it's still at 4 there. So it's something to remember that you have a recurring order series and you can change everything in that series, but once you edit a single order within that series, it is removed from that series, and now you cannot basically bulk change it like everything else. So now that you have input some orders, SeedLeaf can generate tasks. Based on the harvest date, SeedLeaf will generate your soaking, sowing, and uncovering tasks, and on harvest day, will break down your harvest by both packaging and the crops that you are harvesting.